Fridays, I come in at 9:30, and we have a adult ministry, primarily ladies, older ladies. And I actually get to drive the church van, and I go to their residence, I pick them up.
A few years ago, Elmer Givens spent most days on the street, drinking and doing drugs. Now he works for Seattle's First Presbyterian Church. Elmer's is one of 12 lives that have been transformed through the New Life community, a transitional residence for men that was literally built inside First Presbyterian Church.
This is the entrance to the residence. An old flower storage room. Wardrobes here, not lockers. There's no locks on anything. You don't lock up your stuff in your house. We don't lock our stuff up in our house. My life had hit pretty much of a dead end. I was a heroin addict for about 15 years.
Jace Allen is New Life's director.
And I was living out in the streets. A really good friend of mine brought me to the Union Gospel Mission, and where I started to get my life back. And I started wondering what was going to happen, not to the 200 that didn't make it, but to the 4 guys who did.
I just wanted to be good, you know what I'm saying? I really, because I had hurt so many people in my family, and I wanted to just make good. So Jace wanted me to help with the New Life community. This is his exact words. Well, it'll probably last a couple of months. Well, it's been a couple of years, and that's a part of God's blessing.
Before I became a heroin addict, my background was in building development. There were a number of guys that looked like they would be ripe prospects for living in the residence that had a lot of trade skills. And what it was going to cost was somewhere between $100,000 and $200,000, and we didn't have a nickel. When God's grace is in something, nothing's impossible. We were short $100,000, and somebody dropped off a $100,000 cash donation to our ministry.
Yeah. Pass the pizza.
We're a support for one another, and as we've gotten to know one another better, we've been able to be a support to people in the congregation.
So basically, if I just get out of myself.
I think they were terrified about having an idea of a bunch of homeless guys living in the basement of the church. And I knew that we'd been accepted when I had a couple of the ladies come up to me and ask me how the boys were doing downstairs.
It's like a diamond in the rough, you know. We look ragged on the outside, but get us cleaned up and give us an opportunity, and there's no doubt that we can shine.